This episode of Ask the 8 Ball Podcast is brought to you by BBOPS, Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, and the Mullin Team at ReMax Revolutions.
Hi, I'm Quinn, and I'm listening to my daddy and Cody.
That sun needs to drop to like 15 feet.
Gotta wear the pits. A bigger dick would make a better one.
Well, I only got so much money, I can't buy that much.
If you sold bacon, you could buy a lot more, though.
I just so happen to have some bacon to sell.
I'll just take whatever gets mispackaged.
It's all mispackaged. If you burp like that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Shamus, are you ready?
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, Cody?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Oh, not a lot. What's new?
I don't know, man. Let's ask the 8 Ball.
All right, so we're back here at Truman's. I haven't been here in a minute. It's been a little hot this summer.
It has been hot in the summer.
It was a hot girl summer? Was it
it's
hot
a
girl
usual
summer for you?
good correlation.
Was it hot girl summer for you?
We also don't say that in the winter because it's too cold.
Yeah,
So.
true.
It gets chilly out there.
We've got a very special guest. I don't even know how to title, like, just a woman's regular? Is that how you title
man,
him?
he's my brother.
Brother.
He's Geppetto's father.
And you know what? He loves me so.
Seamus Wilkerson.
You fucking pedophile.
So,
thanks for having me on, guys.
have you ever wanted to fight Cody? Because he always do it honestly. And Cody, I think he just actually doesn't know what your name is. Because he'll say all the time, he's like, we got Seamus on this week, and I'm like, who the fuck is Seamus?
Well, he's
He'll
been
be
saying that for about
Seamus,
9 weeks, though.
Seamus from Wellman's. I said, Shamus? He's like,
How do you get
whatever.
How do you get Shamus out of SEA?
Well, I'd like to say, being an ordained minister,
We're all ordained ministers at this table?
some of my friends call me Reverend Seamus Promise. And I can also marry, bury, and baptize. So there's all that. Write that down.
Mary, Barry, and baptized. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I should have looked up your LinkedIn. That's my bad.
you
Yeah,
should
you
have.
should have.
Yeah. One of us is going to get buried tonight, and that's going to be you, Cody. So you and that mustache of yours.
6 feet down?
Well, I've never seen a gray mustache.
I was just about to say, I was like, the gray is popping in that
It's
mustache.
almost like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
eating out like a 7-year-old. It's pretty bad.
Hey, times are tough. $20.
Well,
Microsoft dropped 3 points today.
It did. Actually,
Cody tried
3
to
days
diet,
ago.
but the box said just for men, so he had to put it back.
So I know a lot of our active listeners and Woman's fans are very interested to hear an update. How is Geppetto doing?
So,
Wait, you got to give a backstory because not everyone knows the backstory.
Okay.
well, Geppetto's a special cat.
Let's tell the backstory here. Tiffany, my girlfriend,
Also known
Lovely
as
lady.
Jennifer.
Lovely lady.
comes in and tells a story about how she was in West Glen and she saw a cat run across the roundabout. So she pulls her car over and tries to get this cat to come into her car.
And to be clear, she didn't pull it over like a parking spot. She pulled her on the roundabout.
On the roundabout,
She stopped.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
stopped.
She stopped. She didn't pull
Everybody
her.
else
She
had to
just
stop
stopped.
with her. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
stops to get this cat, and she tells me the story. I said, well, what were you going to do with this cat if you got it? She said, well, I'd take it home. I said, well, how do you know that the cat doesn't have rabies? She's like, how do you know if it does? I said, that's a fair question, but it's a risk that I'm not going to take because I don't even like cats.
Or fleas
yeah.
or...
And she's like, well, he was so cute, though. I said, well, what are you going to do when he gets home and attacks our dog, and now our dog has rabies, and he's rabid, and he's just foaming from the mouth all over the sheets? And
Fact.
it's just...
Looking like Marshall
All
after a
downhill.
good night of going down on Tiff.
Well,
Yeah,
you
or
know
Cody's
what?
mustache.
And the foam is still there, actually, Cody.
Yeah.
So this is the backstory for it. So she's telling Seamus, Seamus, what do you want to call him today?
Whatever makes him the maddest.
Big Dick Wilkerson.
BD Dub.
We'll have to verify with that later on.
Well, I can tell you by the scratches on my back, it's not true. So she's telling me this, but she's inebriated as she's doing this. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. It's the night that Tiff and Eric have off. So she doesn't remember telling me this story, so I wait a week. And on my opportunity to go and show...
And we were working together at this point.
My opportunity to go show the rest of the crew how to get it done right. You know, Cody, you weren't there yet, but I was setting the stage. I come up with the
It's a
story,
low stage, I can reach it.
and I'm like, you wouldn't believe this, Tiff, knowing that she's a cat girl.
Which is weird because she's not.
Well, she kind of is.
She might be closetly, but she says she's not.
Hey, hook, line, and sinker. You cast, you pull a tiff in.
Yeah.
You pull a tip.
And it was great.
It's a catfish tiff.
And Eric's running the bar. I'm just standing there looking pretty like I normally do. And I'm like, I was out in West Glen last night. I wasn't. I live in Ankeny. It doesn't happen that way. And I was like, there was a cat that ran about this roundabout, stopped all the traffic, and I got out and I grabbed it. And she goes, no way. Knowing that she doesn't remember telling me the story, by the way. I'm like, yes. Grabbed it. Put it in my car. Went home. I got 2 kids. And we named it Geppetto. And Geppetto loves me so. And she's like, oh, my God, you won't believe this. But about a week ago,
She starts retelling.
I was at that same roundabout. And a cat ran across. And I wanted to stop, and Eric called me an idiot for doing it. And you know what? Wrong on him. Good for you, Seamus. Way to be an animal
Pronounced
lover.
your own name wrong there, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. But my cat's fur was better than your mustache. And I was like, and she goes, what'd you name him? I'm like, Geppetto. And she's like, Geppetto. I'm like, yep. And Geppetto loves me so. And that's all I can think of. That's all I can think of. Like, I don't know why. But she was like, oh, my God. I need to introduce you to all of my friends. Like, you're so sweet. And I'm like, Tiff, just knock it off. I'm just being me. And she's like, I had the same thing happen to me. I can't believe it's probably the same cat. Geppetto, it's probably the same cat. I'm like, I bet it is. What are the odds right now? And Eric's looking over at me. He's like, you are so fucked right now. Like, you're done. She's going to figure this out. It's not going to last.
Nope.
So Eric overestimated her.
He did not snitch. He did not snitch.
Ain't no snitch.
I went to Roosevelt. We don't snitch.
We don't
You don't snitch. And then come to find out, the cat got hit by a car, got skinned, and somebody glued it to your face, Cody. And guess what? We call that a mustache.
That was a great end of the story, actually. That's funny.
However, to wrap up the story, it was about
How long before Tiff
a few
found
days
out?
later, and Tiff's like, did you take Geppetto to the vet yet? Did the kids get to meet him yet? All these questions.
She asked me these questions, but her mom and dad were there. And it made it even worse because I'm like, they're good people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Tiff, that's enough of the questions. She goes, no responsible parent will not take a
That's
cat
very much Tiff. Like,
to a vet and not get it shots and make sure it's safe. And I'm like, well, Geppetto's a good cat. Loves us so.
loves us so.
And she's like, who are you? Who does not take it to a vet? I'm like, Tiff, I'm working here on my off nights. Like, I need the money. I can't go spend $300 on a cat.
Yeah.
Geppetto's a good cat. And, long story short, I told her it was a false story. It wasn't real. And she said, go fuck yourself. I hope you die. Love you, Tiff. And Eric's still stuck with it. He goes, nope, it's real. He's just lying to you. He killed it. That's how it finished. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good day.
It was a good day.
Yeah,
Great day.
Geppetto found a happy home.
yeah, your upper lip. Boom! I kept it going for you.
You know what?
Nice.
I'd say some chin, too. But that's just
Yeah.
me.
That's just. I didn't shave
That's that Fort Dodge
That's
goatee.
the
I
cat.
shaved the whole
That's that Fort Dodge goatee.
Yeah.
FDG.
Hey. Yeah,
It's like good
look,
genetics
we
in
call
me.
it the flats.
Ooh. You wouldn't survive a day in the flats.
What are the flats?
Not the flats?
Let's learn about the flats.
You know what the flats are?
No, I don't go to Fort Dodge.
So
Most people,
there was-
most people don't.
There was
vacation
actually
there.
an article a couple years ago about the flats in Fort Dodge. The flats is basically an area in Fort Dodge that's essentially a ghetto.
Explain what a ghetto is for our listeners, please.
It's an area where
Great question.
Oh, you go.
What is
not
a ghetto?
well-off people, and I would say not.
Not well on.
By well off, do you mean public school?
No, I went to public school, motherfucker.
Oh, I don't think you did.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Now here's a question. When you said they wrote an article, so this was obviously for people not in Fort Dodge to learn
But
about.
Des Moines Register wrote an article about it
Oh.
Because people in Fort
because
Dodge
of how
don't know how to read it.
because of how dangerous it has become,
Oh, okay.
and how
During the
much it's
daylight or
grown.
night?
Either or.
Okay.
I remember as a kid, I grew up on right on top of the hill of the flats, and you see cops going there every time. They line up on both sides of the road and throw cinder blocks at the cops' windshields.
Do you guys find it weird in Fort Dodge you guys call the top of a hill a flat?
Some people in Texas call it a plateau.
Yeah.
It's the top of a hill.
Well, why is it called a flat?
I don't call it a flat.
You just said you're top of the hill and at the flat.
I didn't.
Or are you just saying, like, the poor people are flats?
I don't think I said the flat.
We'd like for you
I
to
s-
like kind of
I
describe
said
that.
the flats
Yeah.
is the like the ghetto portion of Fort Dodge.
But a plateau.
You,
So and a ghetto is not well off people.
it's generally
Fort Dodge in
poor-
general, or
well, yeah.
there goes all your
generally,
business in Fort Dodge.
yeah. Generally, it's people that don't have a lot of income that are
For those of
not. They're generally committing a lot of crimes. I would say.
For those of you unfamiliar with Fort Dodge, A, you're welcome.
Don't-
B, Google
Don't get familiar with it.
Google Fort Dodge, Iowa, the flats, and the Des Moines Register has a nice article about selling property there.
Yeah.
and actually, I'd like to say that Cody got tricked out there. He had no boobs. They called him the Flat.
He was just holding on people's belt buckles.
Yeah,
Oh man!
they made him turn around and lay on his stomach.
With that being said, let's roll real quick into our fake sponsor of the week, and we'll come back with more. What name do you want to give him now?
Seamus.
He got
I
it
like
right.
it. That's a good
10
name.
10
That's a
minutes
good
in, he
name.
got it right.
I like it.
We'll
It's
be
a
right
good
back.
It's one of three.
Why are women so happy about new Tickle antiperspirant? Is it because Tickle is the first roll-on with a big, wide ball? Is it because Tickle has a new, quick-drying formula? Or is it because Tickle helps keep you dry all day?
I feel uncomfortable.
Make yourself happy. Staying drier is nicer with a little Tickle.
If she doesn't get mugged at the gas station,
I did set her up for failure here.
she's like, "What's the southeast side? These people look nice."
well, I'd like to call
I mean,
that
she's out
14th
there-
and Maury.
She's out there. Let me pet your dog, and then we
gotta-
never see her
She sees
again.
a guy with a cup of change. She's like, "Thank you." Reaches in, tries to grab it to pay for the
Well,
cigarettes.
and here's the bad part: is like I did hit a homeless guy in my car one time, right there at that corner.
We are recording now.
Oh, I did not hit a homeless guy
Just so you know.
at all with my car on that corner of 14th and Maury.
So, let's change to a less offensive subject.
Wait, hold on. Welcome
Oh.
back. We gotta welcome everyone
Well, yeah.
back. Yeah, welcome,
Welcome back.
Lola's. Well, thanks to our fake spot. We did a fake sponsor on that last one.
Yeah.
So thanks to fake sponsor, not to be confused with our real sponsor, Lola's, BBOPS,
BBOPS?
the Mullin Team.
Group. Yep. At ReMax Precision.
Oh yeah.
Also, Truman's Pizza Tavern, right on the corner of Southeast 6th and MLK.
Yeah. If you
Great
want
place.
to come in the September pizza special, this is kind of a cool one. It is the Penny Pizza. Penny was the GM's puppy that passed away. She was she lived in a puppy mill for 8 years. She gave birth to nearly 60 puppies. Adopted in 2014. Lived 8 wonderful more years. Sadly, she died of breast cancer this summer. And every 1-inch pizza, or excuse me, every 10-inch pizza, they'll donate $1 to Animal Rescue League, and every 14-inch pizza, they will donate $2 to Animal Rescue League.
And Cody loves
what's
the
on the
1
pizza?
inch.
So
Pizza,
people know the Penny.
Yeah, the Penny has pulled pork, burnt ends, and pineapple.
And it's got
You can also
barbecue.
Sounds
Yep.
fantastic.
Alabama white
Kansas City
and KC
barbecue.
barbecue.
Oh,
you can also
Alabama
get
white.
fresh
can roll with
jalapeno slices for no extra charge.
Ooh, doggy.
When I
Thank
first read
you,
that, I
Truman,
thought it
thank you.
said fresh jalapenos. Or you can get with or without fresh jalapenos for an extra charge. So if you don't want them, you get charged extra for them.
That's a good deal.
That's how I read it. But I'm like, oh, it says no extra charge.
See, that's why
Makes
the
more
articles they write
sense.
about Fort Dodge,
It's
they don't have
the-
to worry about it coming back because they can't read in Fort
It's
Dodge.
the soup du jour. It really is.
I'll take
Listen,
that.
he's lived in Fort Dodge longer than I have, probably,
You live
and
in
more
Fort Dodge?
recently.
You know what? We don't have to get in details.
Semantics.
It is. It really is.
So
I'm actually kind of concerned. I think I sent her there to her deathbed. I'm not. I feel like Southeast Des Moines is not the safest place to send a small girl like that to get me cigarettes.
Suburban girl.
small suburban girl dressed in a see-through shirt with a tank sports bra
Well,
on.
you know, I think the nipples could have been different. Like we could have hid those a little bit more.
I got nipples. Greg, can you milk me?
So how is your sex life?
Well, hold on. You can think about that for a while because it's time.
I don't have to think much.
It's time for a little segment on the show we call the Blitz.
Oh, let's do it.
Hot, hike!
It's a blitz. It's a blitz. It's a blitz. Yeah, it's a blitz. Let's go.
Are you familiar with the Blitz?
No, I'm not. Please,
So the
please
Blitz,
explain.
This week
Can
I
light-
have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions.
Okay.
I
Put some
ask
effort
you,
in this one.
I ask you 7,
Yeah.
then I ask Cody the same 7,
Yeah.
and then we compare answers afterwards. And see
Okay.
who has the
But
best
we're
answers.
sitting next to each other, so this is kind of awkward.
No. You get the advantage by being able to answer first. So you
All
can-
right.
Yeah.
Or do it. Is it an advantage? I
'Cause
feel like I'm getting set up, but you know what? Let's roll.
Hey, don't let my streak come to an end. I haven't won this.
That
in-
streak.
he's
That
never
streak.
won.
That streak got stuck on the top lip.
I've
That's
won
all
this
that
streak-
happened.
I've won this one time. So
Shot break.
gotta nod the camera so we know there's a break.
All right.
Oh no, this
Outstanding.
is all staying in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Cheers.
Editing's for amateurs.
Cheers.
Anyways, back to our regular scheduled
I thought
program.
you said condoms are for amateurs.
I don't know what those are. All right, blitz time. Shamus. Question 1.
Yeah.
After looking at Cody, what do you think is his least favorite race?
Jesus Christ.
White.
Okay. Next question. What was your biggest accomplishment in high school?
Third largest penis.
All right. Next question. According to Urban Dictionary, what is cockwomble?
Cody drunk.
Okay.
Jesus.
He's got fast answers. Next question. She's a 10, but she puts ketchup all over her fries instead of dipping them. What is
6 feet underground.
What is she now?
Dead.
Next question.
This isn't live, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Not evidence live. But
Where would one naturally find a hamster?
Ooh, Cody's ass.
Okay. Oh, wow.
all right. See, I thought we were playing this game
Question-
differently tonight.
Question 6. What's the longest dump you've ever taken?
47 minutes. Corn on the cob. Get you every time.
And last question, based off of our guest from our last episode. What's hotter, the devil's dick or the devil's jizz?
It all depends on how much lip balm I put on. But I got to tell you, usually the jizz, I'm pretty good at with my mouth. I get them off pretty quick.
Wait, so the devil's jizz is
Yeah,
hotter.
you know, it's like the Caribbean Reaper, if you will.
Which
You
is
guys
also
might know
your
what I'm
stage
talking
name.
about. Oh, you know,
What's your stripper name?
That's not
Wamis Silkerson.
okay. Shamus, that was your blitz. Cody, you're up.
Go for it.
After looking at Shamus, what do you think his least favorite race is?
Old. Just hates all old
Yeah,
people.
you-
Just hates all old people.
Yeah.
Cody, what is your biggest accomplishment in high school?
I once did a helicopter with my penis.
Must have been a really humid day.
By yourself? Good job,
No,
buddy.
someone's tugging on it and going like this. Real quick.
Next question. According to Urban Dictionary, what is cockwomble?
Cock wobble is
Womble.
is
Yeah.
when you're having sex with your girlfriend, but you're thinking about some other girl, and then you get harder, and she's like, "Whoa."
That's pretty okay. Speaking from a man with experience.
He's yeah.
Never
Yep.
gotten harder.
No,
Question-
Harder
job for
just-
you.
Question for Cody.
Rock-
She's a 10, but she puts ketchup all over her fries instead of dipping them.
8. Not that big of a deal.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna dip them in there, so as long as you can get somewhere where you can grab it, you're fine.
Okay. Next
Great
question.
answer.
Question 5. Where do you naturally find a hamster?
Naturally, you find it in the desert. They're a desert animal. They were brought here, probably by the British or some shit.
Okay. Paul Revere.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Question 6.
Brits are
What's
coming.
the longest dump you've taken?
7.5 inches.
Oh, two different spectrums on that answer.
You know what?
That's a good one.
I do like the measurement part of this. Yeah. Did it swirl?
I've seen them wrap around the toilet.
Oh, did it
before.
swirl, or was it like
No,
a
we'll get-
two-flusher?
Hey,
Like, how'd this
we'll
work
get
out?
into that when we compare
Yeah.
answers. Question 7 and last one, based off of Danny T last week. What's hotter, the devil's dick or the devil's jizz?
See, the devil runs cold, but his jizz is hot as hell.
So the jizz.
The jizz.
Okay. All right, let's compare answer, boys. After looking at each other, what do you think their least favorite race is? Shamus said Cody hates the whites. Cody said Shamus hates old people.
I don't think either one of us is wrong.
I would have guessed both of you said marathons. I wasn't talking about people. You racist sons of
Well,
bitches.
I feel a little uncomfortable right now, actually, with this.
Neither one of you look like you could run a marathon.
Anything on a track would be too far for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You racist.
And the whites are
pieces of
fucking
shit.
bastards.
Neither one of our answers were wrong, though. Let's just gonna say that.
You know, not wrong.
Question 2. What was your biggest accomplishment in high school? Third largest penis size, and you could do the helicopter. Does that make him the first largest penis size?
No, it was a small helicopter. It was just like,
Yeah. A police helicopter.
yeah. It
Yeah.
That one's up for debate.
was like an RC helicopter.
The ones that the cops find, one flashlight was the guy running through the field.
like those.
There's
small,
only 2 people that can fit in them.
Small drone blades. That's basically what it was like.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
So
Yeah.
I'm going.
And by third largest, that means there's only 4 people in my gym class. So like
two of them
whatever.
are
I'm going with it still being 0-0 after 2 questions.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
According to Urban Dictionary, what is cockwomble? Here's the answer. Wait, what did you say? You said Cody walking when he's drunk?
Yes.
Great answer. Cody, you said thinking about another girl and getting harder while having sex with another girl. Disrespectful to women. How dare you?
Well, and you've never experienced that, so there's that. So write that
You're
down.
right. I've
According
never
to Urban
experienced having
Dictionary,
sex with
a
a girl. You're right.
cockwomble is a completely useless person that spouts constant bullshit. Using sentence that Andrew is such a cockwomble. So Seamus' answer makes more sense.
It does.
So that.
Oh, thank you for
Truman's
asked for
fried
peanut
pickles.
butter. Peanut butter from,
So I
from my
decided-
dog.
So basically, what you'd say was like that Steve McFadden is a big old cockwomble.
Please. Thank you.
Good food.
Hot.
Great food.
Very hot. Okay. Next one. She's a 10, but she puts ketchup all over her fries instead of dipping them. You said dead. You said she's an 8. I like to think there's some middle
Ted
ground in
Bundy
there
would still
somewhere.
say if she's dead. Ted Bundy would say
I
she's
would
a 10. Then.
also like to think Cody's like, maybe that's why she didn't move around very much.
Shouldn't have the opportunity. It was too quick.
Do it. Yours is a little more aggressive. I'm gonna give Cody the point.
I would give him the point. I would.
1-1.
Maybe I got a little crazy on that one.
Where do you naturally find a hamster? Shama said in Cody's ass.
They are an aphrodisiac.
And Cody said in the desert.
Also Cody's ass. So I kind of feel like it's a double.
Thank you. And Shamus, you get the point on that one.
You know what?
Cody was like way too specific. In the desert, the Mojave, to be specific.
Next to the
looked it
Arizona
up.
cacti.
I looked it up because I was curious. I'm like, I've never seen. Where the fuck are hamsters from?
You're sitting at home just looking up where hamsters are from. I like that. Okay, Shamus, you're up 2-1.
Ooh, I'm winning.
What's the longest dump you've taken? Shamus said 47 minutes. Cody said 7.5 inches.
That was the longest dick he's taken, not dump. I think
Yeah.
maybe he got confused.
I might give Cody the point on that because 7.5 is impressive.
That's pretty good size.
But did
It's
it
good
swirl
size.
the toilet or did it break off on the way out?
We have to know this.
It went straight down the.
No, it did not. It is impossible to go straight down. There's got to be at least somewhat of a Casey swirl there.
It went gulp like.
And for a
You
dump,
know, like when you see a big penis in your mouth, you go gulp.
You know, like
And
the
for a-
devil. Yeah.
a dump that size, you should have taken a picture.
7.5 inches. I mean, like you tell your mom about this one.
2-2.
My buddy's dad actually had one that went like almost all the way around the toilet and started screaming out, "Come here, you got to see this!" And it was like and he literally took a picture of it.
It looked like Klinger from Nash, didn't it? Yeah, it did.
What?
I'm going to give Cody the point. 2-2.
I
2-2.
agree.
What's hotter, the devil's dick or the devil's jizz? You guys both said the devil's jizz. Shamus was a lot more in depth on why. Give Shamus the point.
I said because the devil runs cold.
3-2-2.
That's how you can put up
I'm
with the heat
dating
down
the
there.
devil.
Shamus.
Sorry, babe. I was just joking. I hope you're not listening to this right now at all. It was a
3-2-2.
joke. Just trying to get some
Shamus,
laughs.
You keep Cody's streak alive. I'm not winning the blitz.
I'm in trouble, ain't I?
Yes. And speaking of trouble,
she's dead, isn't she?
let's talk about.
Fuck.
Hey,
she's been dipping her fries in ketchup this whole time.
If she got taken, then you're not in trouble. So think positively here. Fingers crossed you got taken.
I'm also not gonna make the phone call where I go, I will find you and I will kill you. I'm back. I will find you and I want my rent money back.
Fair.
Because you pay her to date you.
Let's
is that
talk
what
about
you're
our
saying?
sponsors real quick.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Bebops. Shamus, you a Bebops fan?
Huge. Number 1 Mondays. Manic Mondays.
Up in Ankeny?
The best. Actually starts, I'll say Ames Ames right up, was it off 19th or 13th?
I don't go to Ames.
The original BBOPS. Been doing that since like 2002.
I don't know if that was the original BBOPS.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure the east side was, but that's okay. We'll
Hey,
pretend.
you know, how about this?
Hey.
In 2002, if I wasn't going down to the Iowa State campus and getting some Euros, I was going to BBOPS again that Monday. That
Is
number.
that what you call the co-eds down there? Euros?
I say, yo, you hoes.
So BBOPS, I gotta keep you guys on track
Is
here.
that how you ended in Port Dodge?
BBOPS is teamed
love
up with Lola's, where they got a new spicy sandwich coming out. I don't know what kind of sandwich yet, but they got like a spicy mayo. They're putting out with the sandwich. You can also get Lola's packets at BBOPS. Are you a hot sauce guy?
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Okay, well, you're in luck. You can go to BBOPS, get your number one, and then get some hot sauce. And you're set.
I never had a bad meal at BBOPS.
No. I've never had a bad hot sauce from Lola's either.
Me neither.
They're available everywhere.
My favorite part about BBOPS is ordering and then going in the opposite window so the passenger has to pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite.
Especially if you don't have a passenger.
It feels like a really good prank. It does. Even if I'm by myself, I'm like, gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
I still have to reach over the passenger seat and get it, but whatever. It's a home run hitter.
Honestly, that line's usually quicker. But BBOPS lines move quick, but if there's a passenger to pick up, it's even quicker.
I always look at the people at the window. I'm like, are you really eating outside or are you just like trying to beat the crowd?
Yeah.
BBOPS is the shit.
Yeah.
Hands down, one of the best.
Yeah. BBOPS, Lola's fantastic.
What's
also
how would you compare pizzas from Fort Dodge to anywhere in Des Moines?
The community pizza tap is fantastic. Their wings, fantastic. You get like a 8 wings pizza, pitcher of beer for like $16.99. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
But if you want to hit a home run, I'm talking about the whole state of Iowa. I'm a world traveler.
The state of Iowa.
A world traveler in the state of Iowa. I'm gonna go to Pasquale's over there in Humboldt. Maybe I think it's Dakota City, really, but
Humboldt.
Yeah, or Bode, whatever you might call it.
Do it.
You know where the Pasquale's recipe started from?
I don't.
It started at Community Tap.
So makes sense.
The original owners used to be partners, and then same recipe they still use.
Do what I'm going to say is the best pizza is our sponsor, Truman's. People that are paying us.
Truman's. I thought you said frozen pizza.
Oh, yeah.
No, fresh. Yeah, right down the street
Talk
from where
about
I
sponsors,
work.
you guys are like, hey, what's the best pizza at Iowa?
Truman's. Yeah.
You
Truman's. Yeah.
You guys are awful.
No, I'll tell you this, and also, ice cold beer. Hands down. There's not a colder beer here in town.
That's true.
There's not.
It's up to 28 degrees at the fair.
If you want to come to a place that looks like a house and serves ice cold beer and great pizza, you come to Truman's.
We'll be right back.
Those are facts.
Here's a word from the sponsors. We had one last time.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
BBOPS, big tasty burgers, hot crispy fries, and great chocolate shakes.
So why do you come to BBOPS?
The burgers are fresh and fast, and it tastes great.
I like the pork fritters and chicken sandwiches.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
There's only one place we go. BBOPS.
Oh, BBOPS, better than good.
Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, a generational family recipe using the world's hottest peppers for great flavor. They're vegan, non-GMO project verified, kosher, and all natural. Find them online at lolasfinehotsauce.com. Use promo code ASK8BALL for 10% off your purchase. Are you in the market for buying or selling a home? Get a hold of the best in the business, the Mullin Group at ReMax Revolutions. You can get a hold of Sean at 515-306-2028. Again, ReMax Revolution, Sean Mullin at 515-306-2028.
This light kind of hides your grays a little bit.
Does it?
Yeah, the natural light.
It really
pops.
doesn't.
This light, you're good.
It's weird because one tooth reflects and the other one's dead.
Well,
so
I
it
don't
doesn't
have
reflect as
all
much.
fake ones like you. Cody's got all fucking.
You can
So,
try
like-
to say that. But
No, so
they're all
like,
porcelain?
if we go
At
to
least one's
jail,
porcelain
if
and
we
the
go
other
to
one's
jail,
porcelain
can I
at
pop
wood.
those out at night? Just you and I in the bunk.
Not in jail. In
I'll call
prison.
you, hey, bunky.
Maybe in prison, but in jail I get my own bunk. Fuck you.
No, I don't think you do. I don't
Every
think that's how it
time I've
works.
been, I've gotten.
Cody's a belt loop holder.
I want top bunk, Cody.
Hey Tommy, I want top bunk.
So what was your question?
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for not tuning out yet. Also, thanks to our sponsors for the last time you were ever sponsoring us.
Thanks to Truman's
down
on
Southeast 6th and MLK.
Yep. And check out the Penny Pizza.
The Penny.
All September, starting actually September 1st.
Penny's the name, not the price.
It looks fantastic. Yeah.
You got to clarify for the south side.
It really does, yeah.
Thanks to Lola's. Thanks to BBOPS. Thanks to the Mullin Group at ReMax Precision. And thanks to one of our more entertaining guests, Seamus Wilkerson.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
I would like to
back to my question. What are those when you roll in the grass? Those little black bugs. What are they called?
Grasshoppers.
You know what?
The ones
they're
that bite
not.
you?
They're not grasshoppers. They're not. I like to call them sand fleas.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
yes.
Like ticks.
Kind of. You know, like they bite some of us. In Fort Dodge, they don't have them. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
The blood there is tainted.
They know better.
It's tainted. You know, if you can grow an ugly mustache, those bugs leave you alone.
Also,
so they're biting out of me 'cause this thing's sexy.
Hey, Cody, what do you call those bugs? Like, they jump on you.
Fleas?
No, they're not fleas. That's an animal bug. Not so much a human
What's
bug.
an animal? What's there between a
That's
bug
an
and
animal bug.
an animal bug?
It's an animal bug. I think before we hit play, the word you said rhymed with
yeah. What are they?
Biggers. Like, what are they called?
I didn't say anything.
No, I think you did. I would
do
like
it.
to know what you said about these bugs.
I'll be fair here. Cody said it.
Fuck
He
you.
did, didn't he?
I heard it.
Hey, but up in Fort Dodge, what do you guys who grew up there call that? Those bugs that bite you, they hang on. They're kind of nagging.
Leeches.
No, those aren't bugs.
Girlfriends.
Again, not bugs.
They bug me though.
Not false though.
Not false though.
Love you, babe.
Seamus, I want to see you interview Cody.
Hang on, I got one question.
Okay, let's do this first.
You go first.
I'm the only single one at this table. What's the best part of the
Wait.
relationship you're in right now?
Not by choice.
Well, actually, I think for everybody else it is by choice.
They're making the wrong choice then.
Please. What was your question?
What is the best part of being in your current relationship?
The best part of being in my current relationship?
Yeah. How much kiss assing can you do right now?
Here's a fact. You ready for this? and I want you to take
Jack.
this serious. I see like an Eric and a Tiff. I see some good people, happy, making their best lives.
And then there's you.
Nope. I wanted to do the
Rest
same
life.
thing, and so I made that happen. And here's the thing: what makes that great is knowing that you don't have that, Cody. And I had to tell Ace Hardware not to sell you a rope. And guess what? It makes me feel good. It does. It really makes me feel
That was
good.
a great setup, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh man.
So is it my turn now? Or
Yeah, can you ask Cody a question? Let me guide you into the question.
Please do.
I'm gonna help you in case
Why
you
don't
want to
you
start a podcast.
interview
someday.
Marshall?
I'm gonna interview. I'll do
This
both.
was my idea. Let's ask Cody questions about something you've been wondering about. Like, let's say maybe you're going to start cooking soon.
Okay, that's a great question.
Yeah, let's ask him something about.
So Cody, actually, you know what? Before I do this, I want to give a huge shout out to Cody and his team for doing the bunk beds, building beds for these kids. That's special. I think that's a great way to be a good human being. You did a good job. What is not a good way to be a good human being is sending a picture out on Facebook of corn on the cob mixed in with someone's diarrhea, and then
maybe
asking
some gravy,
and asking the world to, hey, DM me for the recipe. Because what I was thinking is like, are you really asking like a hot chick who's like, that looks good, to DM you? Or are you asking like a guy with a ponytail to be like, I don't have to catfish anymore, I feel comfortable with who I am, and then DM me? Because that was the worst fucking food I've ever seen in my entire life.
You want to try it? It tastes good.
It was a kettle cooked farm dog shit. Like, I do that on Tuesdays. Like on Sunday, I eat
But
corn on
it
the cob. On
tastes good.
Tuesdays, that's what that looked like.
It tastes good.
I don't. By looking at that I felt like that tasted like what they give homeless people, like just to save money.
Yeah,
Like,
and Oliver
here's
Twist
some
wanted
slop.
some more.
Well, here's the thing, and not to take away from homeless people. I'm saying, like, in that movie Charlotte's Web, when all the pigs run to the trough, it kind of feels like it sounds. That's what it looks like when it sounds when they throw it.
You know what the
in their
pig's
slop.
name in Charlotte's Web was, right?
Wilbur.
Seamus.
Wilbur. Yeah, it was Wilbur. Wilberson.
Wilberson.
I like it.
Seamus
Hello,
Wilkerson.
Wilbur. But I can
that was a horse.
But I can also tell you that
Just
pig
touched
didn't
my
have
knee?
that. Yes, I did.
That's the most affection I've had in years.
I like it. Very soft knee.
Can we talk about more cooking with Cody?
Yes, we can. Do you think?
Can we talk about how Cody, his secret ingredient is Truly's?
That was one time.
Truly horrible.
Secret ingredient. DM him for messages.
But hey, but
I
hey,
thought it was funny.
If you're not hot and a man, please DM him for the recipe.
If you're not hot and a man,
I saw Smiley sliding into the DMs like, hey, what is that?
He came in on roller skates, didn't he?
Oh man,
You're a good-looking guy. I'm fucking with you a lot.
This show's all off. We're all off kilt.
Is it?
No, it's fine.
No, it is. It feels like off kilt. It does. And I tell you, that slop looked great. It did. It looked great.
doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it tastes good.
I would.
That's what Tiff says about Marshall.
Which is weird, based off Cody's
that's
dating
good.
history.
My dating history.
Yes.
Who have I ever dated?
What's his name?
Who have I ever dated?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Who have you ever dated, Cody? Let's talk about your relationship.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go with
Oh,
you.
what are we doing, Dr. Phil right now?
Yeah, dude, we've been busting on Seamus for
all night.
No, we haven't been.
Sorry, not we. You've been busting on Seamus all night about his relationship.
Yeah, I feel like I got ambushed here.
Yeah, let's talk about Cody's relationship.
Let's talk about your relationship.
Are you more of a taste over look guy, or are you more of a look over taste guy when it comes to relationships?
Taste?
Does height bother you, being 4'7"?
No.
Does her mustache being as good as yours bother you?
I will say this though.
Tickles the balls.
You definitely should.
Fair.
You definitely should keep the mustache.
You should.
That dude.
I know Debbie loves it.
I don't know Debbie, but
Ooh, you talking about mom? You talking about mom, Cody? Is that funny to you? Because guess what? That scent stuck to your lip forever.
Oh, is your mom named Debbie?
Our mom is. Thanks.
No.
It's not. It's Renee.
I disowned
It's
her.
not. It's Renee.
I was like,
but I had Cody feeling real uncomfortable for a minute.
No, you
there.
didn't at all.
Yes.
oh man.
So hey, let's talk about it. Like, hey, when you're in 10th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, most people like f-bang.
When did you lose your virginity, Seamus?
7th grade.
7th grade?
Yeah, 7th
So that's
grade.
what?
Willingly or just
13?
Oh, that's tough. I was like 12, going on 13. It was the summer, so I was like maybe a month before I turned 13.
Was it summer? Like, was it as beautiful
It wasn't
as
like Grease. No,
It wasn't like Grease.
No,
it wasn't like.
Trust me, it
no?
was not one of the pink ladies.
It wasn't like the.
I'm saying maybe
Summer
one of the
love
gray
it.
ladies. I think she took advantage of me.
Whose story is real in that? Was it the girl or the guy? I can't think of the fucking names in Grease.
Sandy
D and what's his name? John Travolta's character.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this about Grease, and I don't care if it's an unpopular opinion.
It makes your pants
fucking
dirty, don't it?
terrible. The movie's fucking awful.
No,
It's a terrible movie.
Oh, unfortunate you
And
say that.
And I don't understand how in 2022, with everyone's sensitive culture, how people even still enjoy the movie. The movie's very rapey.
It has a rapey, pretense to it.
Yeah, but it's not a good musical. The songs are terrible.
Well, if you're in the T-Birds, I think you get away with rape.
If you were a massage therapist,
Did I ruin the whole show?
No.
I feel like I ruined the whole show. with that
if you
one.
were a massage therapist, would you jerk off to Sean Watson?
To him or
Would you
jerk
jerk
him
him
off?
off?
No, why would I? I don't think he's an attractive man at all. If it was Matthew McConaughey, I'm like, yeah.
What if he
all
made you
right,
do
all
it?
right, all right. But like him, nah, not so much.
What if he made you do it?
Made me. No one can make me do anything. If it was Megan Fox, yeah, I'd jerk her off. She couldn't make me not do it, actually. My mom's going to watch this. I'm so in trouble.
Oh, Debbie.
She's gonna be like, Seamus,
Renee.
come in here.
Hey, we didn't talk about the R word.
Can we talk about
Respect.
why did your parents name you Seamus?
My mom wanted me to be tough. Yeah, that's
So
why.
she's-
It's like
So-
a boy named Sue. My mom's like, you know what? Like, I don't like your dad that much. I'm gonna fuck you up because you remind me of him. Name me Seamus, and spelled it even more fucked up.
So, are you tough though?
I don't know. I've never been in a fight. People just think I am because
When's
I have
the
a name named
last day?
Seamus.
Yeah, right.
No one
When's the
really
last time
pushes
you've been
you
in a
that much
fight?
in this world. Oh, last time I got in a fight, what year is it? 2022. I fought professionally from 2014 to 2017.
Professionally?
Yeah, professionally. Yeah. I did
you
all right.
Did you get paid for it?
Yeah, I got paid for it.
Then he was professional.
Where'd you have fights at?
I fought in Boone a lot. I fought at the KCCI building once.
I thought you were going to say I fought at Casey's.
No, KCCI.
Hey, I'll say you can't fight at Come and Go. I got dibs. Come and Go fights with dibs.
I did a lot. I was in the military though, so I did a lot of that shit on the side, and I made maybe 150 to 300 bucks. One time I got knocked out of the night. I got knocked out pretty hard. They still paid me though. I was pretty happy about it.
I'm not gonna lie. I got knocked out pretty hard.
So what's your record?
4-0.
Nice. I'm 1-0. So
yeah,
undefeated club.
Well, Tiffany, she's a good adversary though.
Yeah. Well, she shouldn't have been standing there.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. You miss Cody and you hit her, you still win.
Well, he swung too high. I just went.
All I know is at this table, 2 of us are undefeated, and one of us I've seen lose 2 fights.
I've never been in a professional fight.
Ever. What about unprofessional?
That's why you haven't been in a professional fight.
How'd you do?
I can't say I've ever lost. Can't say I've ever won. I always end up with some sort of injury.
Hey, nobody ever wins.
No. Yeah, I don't think anybody ever wins in a fight.
I'm too old now.
In like a bar fight.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm good. Thank you.
I'll tell you this though. Now that I'm older and I have a bit of a reputation, Eric hires me every 6 weeks to come in and actually not do anything.
Yeah, he's
just collect money.
It's getting bad.
He's my
it's actually
I
getting bad.
heard about last Friday.
He's my COVID test. I just bring him in every 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm a
give him
permanent
swab.
negative. Yes.
I heard from
at least I'm smart enough not to charge you.
I heard from my fake ex-wife that you were fantastic on Friday. Last Friday bartending.
Well, all depends on what time we're talking about. Fantastic.
Bartending.
No, I'm a good bartender. I watch Eric do what he does, and then I walk away from it.
And you ring
and
shit
that's
in.
exactly what makes me great. Because you don't have to be great at anything you do as long as people believe it.
Perception is reality.
So basically, you're a con artist.
No, that's not fact. But you believe everything I'm saying, don't you?
Not at all.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I'm not as dumb as Marshall looks.
Here's the thing. Before we wrap this up, all I know is my lifeguard walks on water.
And so do I.
Yes.
And so do I.
Well, I don't know what that means, but
Seamus,
it's a great end of the show.
Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, you guys, I fucking love both of you. Actually, I hate both of you. This is going to be a horrible fucking show. But you know what? The only thing I hate more than this is Cody's mustache
Also,
that he picked up off the road that was dead.
I would like to say that you might have won for the fastest blitz answers we've ever had.
No, Jack Lewis.
Okay,
we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
You're always number 2.
I'm going to win this.
And
You're always number 2.
You've also, I think, won the award for longest amount of time spent drinking before coming on the show.
10:30 a.m.
Yep.
Hey,
it is now,
welcome to the show,
it is now
bitches.
currently 8:30
Did you know that Wellman's didn't open until 11?
No, I didn't. I thought normally it's like 9:30 when I show up.
No.
At 10:30, I figured
He's like,
on
why
weekdays.
he's like, why are just the cooks here? What's going on?
Why are all the chairs still up?
No,
Why's the door locked?
I go to open the door and it's going click, click, click. I'm like, ain't this some shit? She's late for work. and sorry, babe, just joking. And come to find out, I was wrong.
Well, thanks for coming on. Enjoy sleeping on the couch or in the hallway of the apartment.
Boys, I love you both very much. Thanks for having me. It's been a dream of mine, and I hope this one gets a couple of views for you.
Sorry we couldn't get you on last Tuesday.
Or next Tuesday.
Or next Tuesday.
Yeah, this Tuesday works. Hey, thanks for listening, guys. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.